Hello YouTube. Welcome back to another Black Missing 411 case. Today we're going to be talking about Quawan Charles, A.K.A. Bobby. Quawan went missing and was found dead. He went missing on Friday, October the 30th at around 3 p.m. Friend told Bobby's mother, that he was last seen with a white lady and her teenage son. Mother then relayed the message to the police department. The white lady and her son were later identified as Janet and Gavin Irvin. Today, Tuesday, November 3rd, Bobby's father and deputy went to Janet's home to talk. Statements from Janet are that the two boys wanted to spend time with each other, and later after that, Bobby left alone. Investigators still don't have a clear understanding of what happened. The only thing that was consistent in Janet's story was the fact that she picked Bobby up and brought him back to her house, and after that, she don't remember. Bobby's parents had no idea about him going to Janet's, but Gavin, Janet's son, gives the same story the mother gave, but in both statements, Bobby got up and was ready to go. But why? And now y'all think about it. Bobby got up and he was ready to go by himself. The mama brought him over there, so why not take him home? Why not ask her, can you take me home? If she brought you there, like, that was kind of the first red flag. I mean, that makes me believe that Bobby had to be uncomfortable in some type of way, like, he had to get uncomfortable to the point where he didn't want to be around them no more, so it had to have happened. And he was 30 minutes away from home, and that's by car, so imagine how far he had to walk. Police searched Janet's house and found nothing suspicious. However, hours after talking to Janet and Gavin, they found Bobby's body face down in a creek off of Ed Broussard Road in Louisiana, in a sugarcane field. The family attorney said they didn't try pinging Quawan's cell phone until 3 days after he went missing. That's how they knew where to narrow the search for him. Roxanne, Bobby's mother, received a call from a lady, and she said that the people who were last seen with Bobby were on drugs, mushrooms to be exact, and she also stated that her son is no longer friends with Gavin, and what she says is the stepdad was also there. Gavin's stepdad was also in the car with Gavin and his mother. And she also says that Gavin told her son that they found Bobby in the sugarcane field. The woman also stated that Janet bleached her car, but why? Saturday, November 14th, deputies report that video shows no one was with Bobby around the time of his death, but the case is still being treated as a homicide. So, Janet, this lady says that her son says that Janet told him, specifically Janet, which is Gavin's mother, the white lady who was last in contact with Bobby, that she bleached her car. And she made a joke like, oh, don't smoke a cigarette in here because I just bleached my car. And the person who is relaying this message to Roxanne, who is Bobby's mother, she made sure to say that her son is no longer friends or associated with Janet and Gavin them. And that's kind of weird, because why would you start it off by saying, oh, my son is no longer associated with these people? Anywho, the case is still being treated as a homicide. Police also state, we gathered enough evidence from the home of the individuals who were reportedly with Bobby just before his disappearance. We interviewed the same individuals and are now tracking their whereabouts. Statement also says we have spoken to one witness who reportedly saw Bobby before his death in the area where he was later found deceased. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I want to know who the witness is. Like, when you see Bobby, was he scared? Did he seem like he was panicked? Did he seem like he was trying to get away from something? Like, what happened? Was he just normal when you see him? I would like to know, I would like to know what was he, I don't know. Preliminary autopsy reveals cause of death to be likely drowning. Autopsy reveals muddy water was found in Bobby's sinuses and lungs, which were hyperinflated. And when they're hyperinflated, that means when lungs, when air get trapped inside of your lungs, and then it causes them to overinflate. That's what hyperinflated means. The young man did not seem to have suffered injuries prior to death. Injuries to face likely occurred while in water after he was drowned. From the fish and whatever lived in the water, they basically try to say that the reason he had these scars and gashes and stuff on him was from water aquatic animals like fish and stuff eating at his body, I'm guessing. And also think about it. Why did the parents immediately think he went missing? I mean, think about it. It's 3 p.m. in the afternoon for a 15-year-old boy. Why would the first thing that comes to parents' mind would be that he was missing? Another thing is, there is footage of Bobby leaving his dad's home, waiting for Janet and Gavin. Then they all hopped out of the car and got back in, including Bobby. So let's go back a little bit, y'all. Autopsy reports a likely drowning. However, Quawan's body tells another story. He has gash marks on his body, and I know water can't just do that. I understand the water, like, the fish may do that, but it's how deep the gashes was on his body on the autopsy picture, and you can see, like, it just looked kind of weird. Like, I suspect foul play. Of course, it just looked real weird. I mean, yeah, your body decomposes, but those marks suggest foul play to me. That's just it. And let's not forget, he drowned in shallow water. There was only a foot or two. The water was only higher than 1 or 2 feet. That's it. So how can you drown in 1 to 2 feet of water? Like, I don't understand. The sheriff's office states that they are treating this case as a homicide, and let's not forget that Roxanne, Bobby's mother, begged Iberia Parish Police to ping Bobby's phone, but she was told that they didn't have the technology to do that. However, when they did eventually ping his phone, they narrowed down the search to a specific area, and Bobby was found. So did police waste critical time by not pinging his phone earlier? Could they have got to Bobby before he was likely all the way dead, or could they have helped him in any way if they would have pinged his phone earlier? Janet Earn was also charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor and failure to report a child missing, according to Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office. And that's it. Nobody knows what happened to Bobby except for this woman and her family, and unfortunately they're not talking, they're not saying anything. She didn't even get charged with anything to do with Bobby's murder. Like, nothing. The family has also alleged that police brushed off their concerns when they first reported Charles missing, speculating he was at a football game, that they weren't notified. Police said in a statement that they weren't notified of Charles' disappearance until the afternoon of November 3rd. Charles was found later that night in a drainage ditch at a sugarcane field in Laurelville, 30 minutes from his home. In October, the Charles family also stated that they believed that the police didn't take his disappearance seriously because he was, of course, black. There was no Amber Alert, but when he was reported missing, police claimed all procedures were followed and given. So Bobby didn't receive an Amber Alert. They didn't ping his phone. They didn't try to track him down. These two Caucasian people, these two white people, were the last people seen with Bobby, and they have no clue what's going on. They don't know where he went when he left their house. She brought him there to Laurelville, which is 30 minutes away from where he lived, where he was at his dad's house. And she don't know why he would just get up and leave. She claimed he wanted to spend time with her son, and now it just don't make no sense. She being charged with only not reporting a missing child and delinquency acts of a child or whatever when she was smoking with him or giving him alcohol. That's why she's charged with what she's charged with, because they found THC and ethanol in his system, but low levels. They didn't find any hallucinogens like mushrooms and stuff, which Janet and her husband and her son were supposed to be high on. They didn't find nothing like that in Bobby's system. Bobby really needed justice, because this don't make no sense. This is a 15-year-old African-American boy who literally lost his life, and ain't nobody trying to figure out why or what happened. And that's really sad. We can't have this. We can't keep letting this go on, y'all.